chosen ones, empaths, and all of the authentic, genuine souls out there that might not identify as a chosen one or empath just yet. You've probably heard me mention, either on this channel, our channel, or the other channel, the main channel, about don't tell people about your experience and don't tell people about narcissism and stuff like that, right? You often heard me say that. But in this video, I want to try to help you understand that perhaps telling people in a certain way, maybe not drip feeding information. I hope you understand what I mean by drip feeding information. But telling people in a certain way, because you've gone through an awakening, okay? You've had to take the hard route. You've had to go through and meet this narcissist that was involved in your life, and no one gave you any warning. You may not have even known what the term a narcissist was prior to your awakening. You may not have even heard of it. And that's the thing that really baffles me, that you go through elementary, nursery, all these educations in school, college, university, and they don't teach you about narcissists, okay? And even if you do go into further education like university or something where you start studying about narcissism, they only teach you as far as it's a personality disorder. They don't teach you about the spiritual aspects, okay? Now, look, whether you want to call it a negative force that's consumed them, whether you want to call it evil entities, devils, whatever you want to call it, there's a negative energy, there's a negative source. Some people say demonic spirits, whatever you want to call it, they are evil. As simple as I can put it. They are evil through and through. And this is why you go through the whole experience of narcissism, right? And then even there's plenty of good channels out there as well. I'm not knocking any channels. But certain channels are actually gaslighting you when they're telling you it's a personality disorder. It's a personality disorder. It's something like they're not aware. They're gaslighting you. They're not letting you know that it's deeper than that. These individuals are consumed, right, with negative energy, devils, demonic spirits, whatever you want to call it. They're consumed with these narcissists that are involved in your life, okay? They are consumed with it, right? And you being of light, of God, of the universe, you're the total opposite of what they are. And each and every one of you has got your experience. So what I suggest you do, okay, is you may have a platform on social media. You don't have to do YouTube. Some of you might want to write a book, for example. Some of you might want to do an audio book. Some of you might want to, I've heard of even, I'm not laughing, but I've heard of even, I laughed, but it was because it just struck me in my mind. There was even someone that I spoke to, and they showed me some of their artwork, and it resembled the darkness of the narcissism and the light of the empath, and it was really amazing artwork. So there's numerous ways that you can kind of get your message out there. But even for those of you that have children, say, try and educate them about narcissism. Like, because there's so many of these dusty weirdos out there. There's just so many of them. So really, you should try and do your bit. That's what I like. As I said, look, some of you might even want to do YouTube. There's even people I've spoken to that have gone on and done their own channels. You might want to do YouTube. It might be something for you. Okay. But even if not, you might even just want to tell people in your circle. But that's why I say, if you're telling people in your circle, do it in a clever way. To stay informed on topics like these, subscribe to the channel. To become a supporting member, please use the link in the description box. What I mean by do it in a clever way is just remember these are unawakened souls. Okay? So you have to, the way you express yourself, don't just, if you tell them, say, your whole experience and like drop it all on them like that, they might not understand it. But if you tell them in a certain way, I don't know the best strategy to do it. This is just a theory. You know, tell them in a certain way. You know, that's why the person who I spoke to who done the artwork, someone can interpret the light and the darkness of that. And if someone was questioning their artwork and then they said, oh, this is resembling the darkness of the narcissist and the light of the empath, the person might be more in tune to listen. So like that's a visual thing that they could use, because it really struck me when I saw their artwork, and they didn't even know they were good at art. They didn't even realize they were good at art until they went through the narcissistic abusive experience. So that's why I know a lot of you, you go through this experience and you think to yourself, oh, like you think to yourself, how can I put this? You go through this experience with a narcissist involved in your life, and then you think, oh, it's time wasted and this and that. Some of you go into new relationships, things like that. But there's a lot more to what you can do in awakening other souls, even your own children, like I said, or other family members, awakening other people to your knowledge, because you all have knowledge. You all have a lot of knowledge, and it's not the knowledge I share. Okay, it's not the knowledge your other favorite content creators share. Okay, it's not that. It's you as an individual, which I don't hear no one talk about. Don't give me any praise. Don't give me any praise. The praise is with you. You're able to hear me talk through this audio, and you facilitate the information and apply it to your own life. Okay, so it's you that's doing that. Okay, because there's many people that will click on this video, they'll hear me say chosen ones and empaths, they'll think what a load of garbage, and they'll click off it. You know what I'm saying? There's many people that won't even get past that part of the video. But you're different. You stuck around, you dissected the information, you apply the bits that are relevant to your life, you disregard the rest. So it's you that deserves the praise for you to be able to interpret what I have to say. I have to say I'm touched to know that you hear me. You know, I feel blessed that by God, by the universe, that you actually understand what I'm saying, that you can hear me, that you feel what I'm saying. You know, I'm not blessed that I'm not happy that you've gone through the suffering, but I'm thankful that you actually understand. Okay, so it's something that you could do too. It just starts with a video. It just starts with a video. Like I said, I've spoken to people that have done YouTube channels. It just starts with a video. Don't even think too much about your first video. Just go with the flow. What I would suggest doing, I didn't do it. What I would suggest doing is making a few videos, say, I don't know how many, whatever's capable of you doing, and maybe releasing them at the same time. Okay, because when you that's what I've heard is beneficial if you're starting out a new channel. I didn't do that. I done one video, then one video, then one video, then one video. But what I'm saying is it gives a chance for the algorithm to say, oh, what's this? Hang about, this person has just posted 3 videos. What's that about? Like, and it might notice you more. But like I said, I didn't. I remember when I had 4 subscribers. One of them was a friend. Another one was a friend. One was myself. And no, so I had 3. Yeah, and one was myself. And then I got my first subscriber. And it took some months. So that's why don't get involved in the YouTube thing. Just make sure you put out the message. Even if people aren't actively listening, there's videos, there's audios that I've done a long time ago that are still being found now, and that's the way it is. It's a lot like more about a longevity. As I said, I probably lost a lot of your attention because many of you aren't even interested in starting a YouTube channel. But even trying your own way to share your knowledge, okay? I haven't emphasized enough on how you can do that to people. What I mean is just try and tell people in a clever way. Try and make people conscious, because look, the message needs to be spread. Especially the spiritual aspects of narcissism needs to be spread. It needs to be heard. Okay, not enough people know about this. Not enough people know about it. People resort it to a personality disorder. It's not. Some people even say, "Oh, narcissism is just a thing that everyone's saying these days." It's just become more apparent because social media is carrying it around. Okay. Social media is carrying it around and making people more conscious of the term narcissism, but that's just the start of it. Okay, that's just the start of it. Coming across the word, finding out the meaning, then you dig a bit deeper. Like I said, there's many channels out there that are even ran by narcissists. There's many channels that are even ran by narcissists. And they don't want to let you know about the spiritual aspect. So they tell you personality disorder and they fill it with jargon. It's what they do. It's what they do. But try and share your knowledge. I think it's something you could... Some of you don't think... Like, some of you find you have a bit more time now. Now the narcissist that was involved in your life is out of your life. Some of you have a bit more time now, maybe. Because you're not being consumed constantly by this narcissist. You can channel your energy into sharing your knowledge in whichever form that is, in whichever fashion you decide to share your knowledge. Think about what I've said today. Think about what I've said, or tonight, whatever time you're watching this video, this audio, sorry. And think about how you can share your knowledge. Could be with a selection of friends, could be with your family, could be through one of your platforms, could be on social media, could be through artwork, could be through a book. You've got knowledge, okay? I'm no different from you, and anyone that you watch on YouTube is no different from you, okay? You all have the ability to do something, okay? And even if it's even if it's just telling your children or your nieces or your nephews or your brothers or your sisters or your aunties or your uncles or whoever, waking people up, making people conscious with the aid of God or the aid of the universe to help you do that. You know, it's very important because the message needs to be spread. The message needs to be spread. And the more people that become conscious of it, it's going to be better for the world. So, thanks for listening today. To become a supporting member or donate to the channel, please find the links in the description box below. And if you'd like to know more about Shun the Narcissist, click this video here, and I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.